Hey guys, so today we are at the rancho and we are cutting miltomate. We don't have a ton this week, but we do still have some that needs to be picked. So I'm going to take you along to see how much they picked today, and I'm also going to make dinner here on the ranch. And so today I'm going to be making beans, and I'm going to go ahead and go through these and make sure there's no trash and rocks, and then I'm going to let them soak in a little bit of hot water before I put them to boil. And then I think we're going to have a little bit of tasajo with these as well. So excuse my hands, I know they're a little bit dirty because I was starting a fire, but this is why you have to go through the beans, because sometimes you do find rocks. And while I am going through the beans, Ray is watching everybody in the field. Ray, good morning. And so here I have my beans soaking in hot water, and I'm going to let these soak while I get everything else ready. But I'm going to go ahead and get my water boiling, and then to my water I'm going to add a whole onion and a whole head of garlic. And so you can see here I soaked my beans in the hot water. And over here I have my water with salt, onion, and garlic boiling. And this is the only pan that I use for beans, and the only thing I cook in here is my beans. And so Lily went to school today, so that's why she's not helping me with the video. But while we're waiting on our water to boil, I'm going to go ahead and take you guys to the field and show you what they're up to. So they've been picking for about an hour now, and they started at the bottom and they're working their way up on the first side. And so there's Sergio, Kiki, Jay, our neighbor Tio Roman, and my cuñada Irene. And Ray's happy because he got to come down to the field to say hi to Dad, huh? Because he's been saying Dad, 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 Dad all morning, huh? So here is Jay, Kiki, and Sergio picking miltomate. Well, Jay, I'm not sure what Jay's doing. What are you doing, Jay?
Pone ropa grande por eso. Sí, le quedó bolsudo la ropa. Pero grande, seguro que sí, como ahí por aquí.
And even Ray's going to help with the miltomate. Oh, or he's going to eat it. So now we're going to follow Sergio around for a minute or so here. Look at that one right there, Sergio. The one right there in the middle of the ground. No, the other one. No, the cascara or whatever. The peel looks really, really big. That one's ready? And what, the purple and the yellow ones make the best salsa? Because the ones that are really, really green, they're a little bit more sour, right? And so while everybody's working, I'm going to go back up and check my water to see if it's boiling so I can add my beans. And so now since my water is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and add the beans. So they're about probably a little bit more than halfway up the first side of where we have the miltomate planted. And we already have, what, 5 taras?
Yeah.
Of miltomate. So here in our town we call them miltomate, and other places I've heard they call them tomate verde, or what is it, tomatillos? But we in our town call them miltomate. And that's our neighbor's donkey. And so I had to take a minute and tell you guys how proud I am of all of them, because this is not easy work. They are in the field most of the day, bent over picking the miltomate, and so I'm very appreciative and very proud of all of them. And so that's why when they're down there working, I try to prepare food, so when they're done, I can feed everybody to tell them thank you for all of their hard work. So about 2.5 hours in, and they're at 6.5 taras of miltomate. I'm going to show you where they're at so far in the field. And so they're not even done with the first half of the field yet. They have a few more rows to go. And they still have this whole side over here. And so the price of produce is always going up and down. So when you plant something, you really never know what the prices are going to be at harvest. The first time that we planted half with one of our compadres. And the price for tara was like, what, 450 at that time? The first trip was 400 pesos a tara, 500 pesos a tara or a box. And then by the time that we got to the last cut, it was what, 200, 100? What is it? The last one. Yeah, the last one was 100 pesos. And so the first time that we cut, we didn't have a lot of tara, so we just sold here in town. And then last week, the price went down to about 150 to 180 a tara, so we were able to sell here in town as well. And out of that, we got 200 a tara, and we sold our miltomate for 15 pesos. And then the time before that, we were selling the tara, because it was a little bit more, we were selling the taras for, what was it, 250? 250 pesos? No, this time, not the last. This is the second week we cut. The second week we cut, it was 250 pesos and 20 pesos a kilo. So 250 pesos a tara and 20 pesos a kilo. Sorry, I know that's a little bit confusing, but I was trying to explain it to you guys so you guys can kind of see why we're selling it for the prices that we were selling. But the prices do go up and down. It just depends on how the price is for that week or during that season. And so now we are at, what did we say, day 8.5?
Yeah. If we get lucky, we're gonna get 10.
But you still have that whole other side to do in this top half. And so they're finishing the top part of this half. And Jay's hoping for what, 10 taras, Jay?
Yeah.
He's over there praying for 10 taras. And so Kiki is filling up our 9th tara. You think we're going to make it to 10 on this side, Kiki? Yeah? Oh, you're losing the tomate. So last week we got 11 taras. So the kids are you guys trying to beat that this week?
Yeah.
And they're starting on their 10th. Y ya llegó las chelas. Tenemos 2, creo, coronas y 2 vampiros. Or new mixes. So Jay's happy because they got 10 taras out of the first half. So now it's break time and time to drink a beer or a new mix. Jay. And so now they are picking the tomate on the other half. And so far they're at about 13 taras or 13 boxes. And then our niece is here helping me make the casaco. And here comes Jay with more miltomate. You guys aren't even halfway up that side, are you?
No. I think we just started.
You just started that side? And just so you can see a little bit better, this is what they look like. And so we ran out of taras or boxes, and so our tío let us use some baskets, and so that's what we're filling up now. So each of these baskets have a box of miltomate. And since we're starting to get up towards the top, we're trying to finish up the food. We have the sasso here. And here we have chile de agua and beans. So right now we are at 20 cases. And they're, what, about halfway up the field now?
Yeah.
Oh, now you're on your 20, right?
Yeah.
So this one makes 20. And they're about halfway up the field. And so they're finishing up the last couple rows. And this is everything we have so far. And so here is everything that they picked today. Sí, es bastante. And so now, since they finished cutting miltomate, we're eating a late lunch, early dinner. And I know it's kind of hard to see because it's getting dark, but I'm going to try to show you everything that they picked today. And so I think we ended up with 26 cases or boxes or taras of miltomate. So tomorrow the boys are going to take these to the city to sell. They have to get up at about 4 o'clock in the morning to take them.